So we just look at those two positions there.
Big difference.
The left hand one was you before.
Yeah.
And the right hand one was now your practice swing after.
Yeah.
So when the ball gets there, what we generally see is that's your left arm there and that's your left arm now. It's sort of somewhere kind of in between, okay? Which is to be expected, okay? We don't want to go too high too quickly. Physically, you can get there, obviously. We can prove and see that, okay? And you've obviously been shown that you can do that. It's now finding where that ball is relative to you, okay? As I said, the golf swing is the components of your body, twisting and unwinding, your arms lifting and dropping. What you had, if you look at this left-hand one now, weight a bit on your tiptoes, your head would then go down towards the ball and your arms now just sort of sucking behind you. Partly because you were trying to keep your elbows into your body, maybe.
Yeah.
So you sort of just, rather than trying to move your elbows, you were kind of doing this. I think when you were, if you throw a ball with your right hand, you wouldn't go. Yeah. Your arm would be back there, and it wouldn't be sort of sticking up here, would it? No. Flying, but it would be down next to your side, but it wouldn't be stuck in the old T-Rex kind of swing that we see a lot of people doing, or the towel under the arm on the drills we see all the time that every golfer do. Great for chipping and pitching, useless for long game because you can't get any speed. And you then try and have to force it with your power source, which is going to come from that right shoulder and cause the shank. So these are the practice swings you're making there, where your body twists, your arms lift. Okay, so you turn your torso first, really good movement. Now from there, the arms just go up, So the arms then go up, and then from there, they come back down, yes? There's no twisting from here with the torso. The arms are literally just dropping and falling into what would be kind of about here, that kind of pebble skimming position where your elbow's into your body there now, which it is. You haven't sucked it in there, but it's looking down the camera there now. Your arm is here, which is good. But you're able to swing that arm through with a bit of speed and sort of release that club over that shoulder now, as we'll see, kind of that way, okay? So that shows there that your elbows are bending there, which they expect them to do. You're loose in your grip because your arms can't do that if they're gripping on for dear life. If your hands are gripping tight, your arms are going to seize up, okay? So getting that sensation of the body moving, the arms lift. So this movement here now, like I say, against a wall, you'd be okay with that, okay? Now, if we put a wall, if we said the edge of the screen there was that wall, which is probably further than what it would have been anyway, you're close to hitting that wall there, So it's still a little bit behind, but to be fair to where you were, it's moved a lot more in the right direction there, okay? Getting those arms working up. So I'd say just at home, doing some practice, which you can again do at home with your alignment sticks, maybe on the side of the house or somewhere in the room there's no precious thing you can smash or dent or knock off the mantelpiece or whatever, okay? But your setup now looks a lot better with your balance. I think when you were trying to find how far from the board you needed to go, I think you got closer, so that put your weight back on the arch of your feet. There you were kind of here, then you kind of went under it. You still want to be here and just sort of, you're still tipping forward, but just tipping forward so you're keeping the weight equal. It's not bring your toes and legs underneath you so you're too close to the ball, okay? But this position was good. Okay, and then the arms then go. So in reality, when the swing then becomes normal, the arm isn't as high, but it is higher, And that's really what we're trying to do. It's almost like a ticking clock. There's kind of your what your arm was. It's now there, and then there, and then there. And there's a point where it can go too far, obviously. Where you'd want to have it is kind of in line with your shoulders there, which you're not far from in fairness, okay? So you're in a pretty good spot there now. And now from here, the arms, as we said, fall down. So they're sort of staying behind you here, coming back down nicely, striking the ball. If you look back where that shaft was, just before that one here, you can see the shaft coming in there. The shaft now is not going through the ball, whereas this one, when you shanked it, the shaft now going outside intersecting the ball, and you were catching the hos of the club. We had a couple before where, when you were doing the two ball drill, when you were coming down here, the shaft was kind of over here somewhere, that one there was a good strike of the ball, nicely through to target. So the ball didn't pick up because obviously the ball on the mat is still there, but at least that club is coming in here. You can see there now, the shaft is inside the ball, whereas we had a couple before, but the shaft was kind of over there somewhere, which is just you moving the shoulder further forward, so you haven't got the drop, you've got the twist early, and then your arms try to play catch up. You kind of get somewhere where you want to be, but more often than not, you're going to hit that part of the club where you shank it off to the right, or you'll find the sweet spot by some means, and then what will happen is you'll then just start doing this. You'll just start slicing the ball off to the right. Which again then means then you start doing a lot of other different things to try and compensate for that, okay? So to summarise in a nutshell, ball position, so weight distribution through your feet, not on the balls of your feet, more on the arches. A lot looser grip pressure, That's mainly a setup thing. The swing itself is the two components in terms of what the golf swing is. The torso turns here, your arms lift, your arms drop, the torso unwinds, yeah? So your body's doing the rotational movement, the golf swing, sending the club around your body. The arms do the lift and the drop, yeah? Whereas you had the other arms, like you were trying to lift with your shoulder and try and get the arms to go around you, yeah?
Yeah.
Keeping the elbow in and all that kind of
using my arms to twist, I was rather my body.
Exactly. Yeah. And then when you did it a couple of times, when that felt easier, what you're using less of to the golf ball is that right shoulder.
Yeah, it feels looser.
Exactly. You should be able to play a game of golf, and if you played rugby for any length of time, being physically fit, play 18 holes and not be like, I'm a bit knackered now.
Yeah,
but a lot of rugby and football players, I mean, it's a different level of fitness, I get that, but they use every single muscle, like
mentality,
and they're just like, I'm gassed now. It's like you're using up every amount of energy for every single shot, and then when you get towards the end of the round, you're just like, I'm dead now. So we can use more energy or have more energy to play golf because you're using less up here and you're getting more efficient down there. So the body turns and twists, arms lift and drop. And it sounds simple, but that's effectively what the two movements are. You just got to blend them together,
Just need to practice it.
And I would practice. I think did we get on this from the video now? I think did we get it? No. But I would practice that movement where you stand here, lift the club straight up over your shoulder, just straight up, stop, turn, drop, back to golf ball, and just do that. If you did that, and again, as best you can, and if you go down the range, if you want to send some swings over to me and say how they look in, I'm happy to sort of review back and then sort of send some feedback back between sessions, and obviously for that.
Sounds good.
But if at home, 2 minutes a day, put the kettle on while the kettle's boiling, just have even if an alignment stick in the kitchen or somewhere, or in the lounge or somewhere, and the adverts come on the TV, rather than watch a golf ad or some rubbish on there on the adverts, just stand there and just up, turn, drop, turn, up, turn, drop, just so it becomes so much more natural. Exactly, muscle memory or stuff. When you train rugby, you just drilled it over and over and over again until you couldn't not do it.
Exactly.
And that's where you want to try and get to. But as long as you know what you've got to try and do, you don't just stand and just keep pounding golf balls until it goes well. That's no good. Okay, mate. Have a few more of them, and then we'll see how they go from there. Okay.